Okay, so this is the latest in the next generation NCLEX news. It literally just dropped. So this is what we know about the exam so far up to date. First of all, they just did this beta testing on the NGN items using senior nursing students, y'all, and they gave their feedback on their experience. So they picked 135 next gen items to be reviewed. And like I said, they used senior nursing students. They used RNs from US and Canada. So there was over 100 RNs from US and Canada. And then they also used PN senior nursing students, but those were just from the US. No Canadians were used. And what the students said was this, and this just really is what I wanted to get on here and just talk about. First of all, they said that the exam, the next gen items, they worked perfectly, right? So they came up, they understood the electronic charts, they clicked, they highlighted, all those things were functioning. They did have some instances where nursing students had to restart their exam. And that essentially meant that, you know, for whatever reason, their exam could not progress. And so the test had to start over again. Now, this happens now. And this can happen, you know, because of the actual computer or the network that the test is on is delayed and not functioning. So the main goal is if your test has to restart, that when you restart it again, you get the same amount of time. And so then the nursing students that took the NGN items, it was fine. Like if their test had to restart, when they restarted it again, it got the same amount of time that they were supposed to have. So that's cool. And they said that none of the restarts happen actually because of the next gen items. So fine. But what the findings that surprised me were that each student, RN and PN, had similar results. So this is usually, you know, there's usually a difference between how the RNs and the PNs perform, but they're similar. And the student feedback was mostly that the majority of these RNs and PNs had not actually prepared for next gen NCLEX. They were not preparing for the exam. And the reason why they're not preparing, I don't know. But it's just a matter that a lot of nursing students that are taking this next gen NCLEX will not be prepared for it, will not prepare for it, mostly because they don't know where to go. They don't know how to prepare for it. The schools are not preparing them for it, talking about them. And this is the thing. The majority of the people that did this beta testing, the majority of the nursing students that did this beta testing wanted the NCLEX to tell them how they did. This is it. They wanted the NCLEX to tell them how they were doing. And this is what I want to talk about just really quickly. And I want you guys to understand this. The NCLEX exam is a business. The business of the NCLEX exam is to pass or fail you. It will not give you any detailed information into how you are doing, how you actually did. So when those respondents were putting that down, guess what happened? They were ignored. They were not given any feedback on how they did. And if you guys go into the NCLEX exam thinking that you're going to get some feedback on how you're doing, it doesn't work like that. You have to prepare for it now. You have to prepare for it before you get there, because all NCLEX is going to give you is a pass or fail. That is what they are. That is the goal of their technology. It is not to help you prep for the test. You have to take responsibility and do that on your own. So please, y'all, please do what you can do now. I'm constantly on here trying to guide you, trying to help you think about certain things. There is a trial version of my NCLEX review, a trial. You can get into it right now, begin to do some of my questions, begin to do some of my lectures, but do something. Don't wait until the exam comes and you're really not secure in how you have prepared. Okay, because at the end of the day, guess what? This test is launching. They found, hey, our technology works. We don't have no bugs on our end. Whether these students are preparing for it or not preparing for it, they can sit down and take it and get an accurate score of what they know. Okay, so do your part. Get into my program. Start studying now, because the test is launching April 1st. All right, guys, remember, you can, you will, and you must pass NCLEX.